Okay, it's like almost fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to walk down the street and come to a freaking bus stop. These motherfuckers will not let me sleep. It seems that they're always there. But it seems like they torture me more in the nighttime. And it's just not the brain to brain fucking synthetic telepathy and crap. This is real physical crap. I mean, hell, I end up laying on the floor and then I feel shit in there. But you know what the strange thing is? Well, nothing's really strange. You get me? Because you learn to not be surprised. I've been living in my apartment 16 years. They've never painted, and holes have appeared, and I've heard other TIs talk about this, just a couple. But holes have appeared places where, furniture didn't make those holes, really high up, all over, in the ceilings, and it looks like it's been patched, and, I can lay there with a laser. And you know how, like, when you wave a laser around and stuff, and you're just playing with it, you're supposed to see. You're supposed to see it. Well, it disappears in certain spots. I'm laying there in the dark, and it disappears if you go in certain spots. And then you take it back out, and it's there again. Didn't take my finger off of it. It's on the walls, on the ceilings. I don't know where this shit fucking came from and crap, but, it came from here. This shit. Because, the holes weren't there before. And they're not any places where my furniture, which all I have is a bed. I lay down in the bed, they fuck with the bed. My bed, when it's not being fucked with, I could push it so easily with my butt. I have spine problems, or push it with the back of my legs. But, while this shit is happening, the bed is like stuck to the floor. It's so freaking heavy. But, yeah. So I lay on the floor, and then they mess with me there. I live in an apartment, and your main perps are your neighbors. But, same thing with the floor. I could, use the laser and shit while I'm on the floor, and it'll disappear in certain parts of the floor. But it seems that they let me sleep more in the daytime than in the night while they're catatonic, getting their good sleep and linked up to my thoughts. And you see them on the streets or in the apartment building and stuff, and they seem to be really nice people. You get me? I mean, hell. I have a neighbor that every time I was in the restroom, one of them next door was in the restroom. Every time since the people moved in. I was getting tortured I'm in a single apartment. And I'm alone with my cat. I was getting tortured so bad that one night, I just cleared out everything because it's a small apartment, so, and I'm disabled, so it's more or less a mess most of the time, And, I cleared out everything and cleaned up the floor and made a bed in there and started sleeping in there. Okay. That didn't last long because you could hear them. Not only could you hear them, because I could go to sleep. Noise doesn't bother me. But, our bathroom their bathroom. I know that apartment. You get me? And I don't know what the fuck they were using, but they were making it freaking even more worse. You know, and you could feel it. As I've said, there's no air in my apartment, no airflow, and even when my only window wasn't broken, it boarded up with a plywood, which it has been for months. You know, it wasn't getting any airflow. You can measure that shit. And also, when the handyman came to put up the plywood, before he put up the plywood, he said there's no air circulation in here. But I already knew. There's a window above my sink, a little bit higher, but it's not on the inside of my apartment. It's on the outside of my apartment, and it's a sliding glass. But when they redid this place, when it used to be a motel, long before I came and lived in it. So they redid the place. But you can see on the outside where they covered the windows, you know, and they're not inside. You know, on other, you know, from the outside of the building. You know, and they covered windows and, like, moved them someplace else. But they were covered and painted over. Mine is the only one of that kind of window. You know, it looks like a shower window, like the bathroom window, you know, small. But it wasn't covered up. You know, it's still able to slide back and forth and shit from the outside. But you can't see it in the inside. Isn't that freaking weird? You know, I'm going to take a video of it. I mean, it's really high, so... And I can't hang out the window and do it because my window's boarded up. But, yeah. So, even plants need, you know, air, oxygen, and sun to grow. You know, I have no light. There's light fixtures in there, but if you put anything with a high, you know, brightage or whatever, it just goes out after a day or two. So they're keeping me in really low light, and it's screwing up my eyes. And of course, it's for the benefit of them. You know, sometimes I put something in my head, like a word, you know, or I put something in my head, and, you know, I can hear them also. You know, like they're hooked up to my, EEG or brainwaves or whatever, you know, and they react to what I think. And then they say things to try to make me react. I'm getting a little bit better at not reacting, and a little bit better at putting something else in my head. But still, it's a process. You get me? And, I don't know. I am so freaking tired. You know, I don't know how they can burn me and freaking do all this other crap to me that they do. But, you know, I'm not trying to figure it out. You know, I just am self-aware, and I'm aware of my surroundings. And I notice the shit that's changed. Because I know what was there when I moved in and how it was. So, after years when it finally started changing, yeah, I noticed. You know, hell. You know, even I moved into that place, and I wouldn't have took that place if it didn't have flat walls. It had flat walls. You know, because I smoke, and, you know, before, you know, I made sure it had flat walls so I could, you know, before my accident and stuff, I used to clean the walls. And all the roach spray that I'd spray in the corners and stuff on the ceiling, you know, it would drip. I'd clean them. You know, those walls, I don't know how long they were like that, but, after my accident, because, I couldn't move for a while. Only my arm and my head. I had to relearn how to do everything and wear a spine brace and freaking everything. But, so, I wasn't washing no walls because I'm like permanently damaged, There was a Suburban on top of me. It hit me, I flew 20 feet in the air, and it ended up on top of me. And, hold on, let's see if you could see. Wait, hold on. I don't know if you can see wait, hold on. The guy was at this gas station right here. Came out, and see that little place right there? That's right next to the gas station? That's on the next block. Yeah. The hitting, I'm pretty sure it was on purpose, because there's no way you could hit somebody that close. Hell. But I don't think the Suburban being on top of me was an accident. So back to the point. So I finally noticed the walls weren't flat, because when I moved in, walls flat. Ceiling was popcorn ceiling. You know how, like, when you take a broom and you try to get like a spider web off, and all that crap falls on your head? Not like that. No more. And then one of my subscribers told me something about, fudge. I don't know. It's called, let me think. It's called conductive biomatter, some other shit. But, yeah, and the only thing that can remove that crap is, God, what's that shit in fucking fingernail polish? Sorry for cursing, but you know what? I am so tired. I've been trying not to curse. But, yeah. But it's conductive shit. That's why the walls are not flat no more. And, they're not even like the color. You know what? The color, when I moved in, it was white. Okay? When I noticed this shit, it was a whole different color. Like an off-white, eggshellish bullshit. You're gonna have, like, where you hung pictures and stuff and take them off. It's supposed to be white, right? No. But I'm so freaking tired. The reason I'm wearing a tank top this early and this cold, I'd rather be cold and feel the air, because I get none. I have to have my door open and, put a fan, backwards, so put a fan so it's blowing the air from the hallway into my apartment, so I can have a little bit of air. Not the air we broadcast with, or being broadcast with, the air that you breathe. This is some bullshit. People have lost their humanity. They've lost their humanity and are more into this bullshit New World Order crapola, which is everything I'm against. I don't know if you know what this means. But, yeah, it's everything I'm against. And plus, not to mention the freaking EMF radiation. My piss and my caca, it does not smell like piss and caca. What it is me peeing some of the radiation, and it's coming out of my feces too. Because a lot of the times, the toilet will be like bright red. Like where there's supposed to be residue and shit. It's supposed to be, not red, orange. Sorry. In fact, I got a video of how that orange stuff looks. And every time You know, sometimes I smell it more, sometimes I smell it less. You know, for a while I wasn't. But you know, I'm clean and sober. You know, I mean, I'm a decent person, but, you know, I haven't always been. I mean, I ain't no freaking angel. Come on. I used to be a heroin addict. I stopped heroin in 1988. You know, I don't know if you can see, but, oh, you can't see. You know, gang tattoos and crap. But you know what? The accident changed me a lot. You know, it made me into an empath. It, it changed me a whole lot. Ways that I didn't expect to get changed, but it was preparing me for this. Because once you get past the crazy part, and once you get past the angry part, you know, if you're self-aware and aware of what's around you and the way things had been, and, you know, everything else, you know, you gotta be an idiot not to notice. You get me? You have to be a freaking idiot. I mean, come on. Okay, fellow TIs. I'm out of here. Hopefully they'll let me get sleep. Peace, love, and laughter. Believe me. Can't survive without it. Right now, I'm not in the mood for laughter. And I am freaking tired. But it is what it is. And you know what? I have faith. Because we're on the good side. And this world is only temporary. Some of us suffer on Earth. And I'm so freaking tired. And it's morning. Where's my eyes? Can you see my eyes? Oh, see? See, the light is freaking weird. Alright. I'm out of here. Good morning. Good morning. Good night.